G'day folks. So with the Game of Thrones series finally over now, everyone's, commiserating and everyone's sharing their disappointments or their rare instances of, loving it. Contentment. Rare instances of contentment. I haven't seen too many of them out there. But most of the people are disappointed and, are sharing their thoughts online, myself included. And it just made me think about all the things in the show that I never got an answer for. There are a lot of loose ends in this series. Now, maybe it's because I wasn't paying enough attention. Maybe it's because I've forgotten some of the things from, years gone by. But there's a lot of things out there from the show that come to mind that I don't remember being answered. Maybe they're answered in the books. I don't know. Maybe you folks can help me out in the comments in case I'm, completely missing the mark on some of these, or in case they have been answered in the show and I just missed it. All right. So the first thing that comes to mind is the Night King, obviously. Who the hell was the Night King? Where did he come from? I must have missed that completely. Who was he? Where did he come? What were his intentions? What on earth was he going to do with Bran? I always get the impression Bran's up to something. Was he working with the Night King? What the hell? I don't know. Was this some kind of, massive Trojan horse plan to get the Night King's man or the Night King himself on the throne? Who is Bran? What on earth is the Three-Eyed Raven? I sound like such a noob when it comes to this show, and I sort of am. I'm very much a, passive viewer. I just sit back and watch, and I haven't dug too much into this show. I just go by what is shown to me on the screen. And from what I remember, I don't remember getting many answers to any of those questions. What was the Night King's end game? What was his plans to turn all of the human folk of Westeros, or even the whole world, into zombies? And then what? How's he going to rule them? Well, they're not useful to do anything apart from just walk around and attack people. What was he going to do once he took over the world? Just him and his generals sit around and play cards or some shit? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. What was that all about? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know too much, do I? I know nothing, as a certain redhead might say. Next, who the hell was the Lord of Light? What is that? Firstly, the title itself, Lord of Light, that sounds like some Luciferian shit right there. Light bringer, Lord of Light. So I don't know what that was a play on. Who is the Lord of Light? Is he some kind of demon entity? Is he some kind of, supernatural force? I don't know. What was he? He had all this influence over people, was making swords light up. He was, I don't know, was he the one keeping Melisandre young with her magic necklace? Or was that all in the necklace? I don't know. What was that demon baby creature thing that came out of her? This was never answered. What was all that? I got no idea. And why was that never played up more? Like, that Lord of Light, why wasn't he a bigger, either threat or even, force for good in the show? I don't even know if he was supposed to be good or bad. I mean, based on some of his followers, they did some noble things, like that Beric guy in the end, or they did some bad shit, like, Melisandre killing kids and Stannis and that. So I don't know what to think of that being or character or whatever it was. No answers towards it. Maybe it's in the books. Let me know, folks, if I'm wrong. The other thing I'm wondering about is the fact that the mountain was brought back to life, right? If he can be brought back to life after his, body has been destroyed and killed, can't that be done to anybody? Why wasn't that done to more people? Some famous, high-ranking characters who were killed. Why were they not brought back? Why wasn't, Robb Stark brought back to life? He was an important character. He was gaining, ground and momentum in the north to face off with the Lannisters. And to say that, his side or his forces, his faction didn't have the ability to do that. In the books, didn't his mother come back to life? Wasn't she brought back to life? I don't know if she became a good character or an evil character, but she was brought back, so obviously his faction does have that power. So why wasn't he brought back? Unless the show just decided they weren't going to go with that. But they showed it with the Mountain. The Mountain was brought back. Why couldn't that same magic procedure be done with other characters? But then, you know, that would have made the stakes not as high, because anyone can just be brought back, even though, you know, they are in some kind of a vegetative state. They lose all their intelligence and personality. So I guess maybe that's the reason why they didn't employ it for other characters. I don't know. Not too many answers. The other thing that I'm wondering is, maybe obviously, look, I'm being lazy here. I've got to go back and rewatch the first few seasons, because I don't remember where exactly the dragon eggs came from. All I remember is Daenerys walks out of some flames carrying the dragon eggs. I think she was naked at the time as well. That's about the only thing that stayed in my mind about that scene. But where'd she get these dragon eggs from? I doubt she bought them off eBay or Craigslist, you know, so where did they come from? I can't remember if that's answered or not. All right. What else was there? Look, there were a lot of open-ended. Who are those people that the Hound ended up shacking up with when he was chopping wood and became like some kind of, you know, farmer or something? They seemed like, you know, good, decent folk, led by Ian McShane. I know they were all massacred, but who exactly were those people? I don't think that was really answered either. Who exactly were the people that went with Bran up beyond the wall? Those two young people. Again, I guess I've got to rewatch the show. But you know what? It would be a lot easier if you all just filled me in the comments. This show left a lot of questions for me that weren't really answered. And also, like, why is Jon going north now with the wildlings? I mean, there's no threat up there unless he just likes living in the freezing cold with these wild people who, I guess they all love him now. So maybe he's trying to find another redhead wild girl. I don't blame him in that department. That's fine. Oh, so something else just occurred to me. Sometimes when I'm ranting about these things, I overlook the most obvious things just staring me right in the face. Obviously, Jon Snow was brought back to life, and he wasn't a vegetative zombie. He came back fully formed. So if they could do it to him, why can't they do it to other people? Jon was our main protagonist at the time, and they just resurrected him like there was no tomorrow. Courtesy of Melisandre. So, you know, why couldn't they do it to other characters? That was not answered. That's I feel like a big plot hole. Unless this is something that was so rare and took so much power, it could only be done once. But then again, that was not answered in the show. Unless it was and I forgot. Please, let me know. Refresh my memory, folks. Alright, I think I'll leave the rant I think I'll leave it there. I can't think of anything else right now. If I do, I'll address it in later videos. So that's about it. Please like, share and subscribe. Leave me some comments. I'm just a humble video merchant here. I don't remember a lot of stuff. I ain't no Game of Thrones expert. So please leave comments if you are so inclined. God bless you all, and I'll see you later.